Well, I think we talked about it in the intermission. Is we towards the end of the first period we started to play the right way and believe in the message that we were giving them. I think when we started the second period, we started to keep those sequences alive a bit. I think the turning point for me was Barney's save that he makes in the second there. He makes a big save at a big moment, and then we turn it and we go right back down the rink and then we score. And then we just stack a couple shifts after that. And that's the thing we talked about before the game is a bunch of sequences and how do you keep it in your favor essentially. So we get a big save, we stack it with a goal. And then we go out there the next shift and we stack it with a couple other good shifts, and then we get another one. And then we stack it with another one, and we just keep coming and we play the right way. For me, at the end of the day, you got Robbie, you got Wilson, you got Wiz. They drive everybody into the fight. They drag them all into the fight, and now everybody has to go. So I give credit to those guys. Barney bouncing back from the night that he had last night in a tough situation. First time that it's happened to him in the pro game, but he bounces back and he was outstanding tonight. So credit to the guys. Like, this is something that we've been working through, and like I told them at the end of the game, and I'll tell you guys, is like, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, you don't want to come out of something like this easy. You want to earn it. And that was a game that we had to earn, and it was hard, and we need to embrace hard because nothing's going to be easy as we move forward. And if we can embrace that hard and we love that hard, it's only going to make us better. So it was a tough situation. We had to gut it out and find a way to win it. We give up one at the end of the game. Robbie makes a big play in overtime. We get 2 points. It's all that matters.
You mentioned it already, but Tucker, Garrett, they really did feel like they drove the comeback.
Yeah.
What is it about those three that they have that ability, just to lead the way? It's contagious.
Yeah, it's just their competitiveness. They will themselves to play through people. They will themselves to win battles. They will themselves to get to the net. They'll block a shot. They'll do all the hard things, as I said before. They'll do all the hard things the right way, and then they get rewarded. And that's what they do. They play the hard way. They play the right way. They get rewarded, and then everybody has to follow. Once you see that type of mindset of like, we don't want it easy. We want it hard, and these guys are dragging us into the hard. And if you don't want to follow that, you're in the wrong place right here.
Felt like Carson, you guys were down 2-0. Man, oh man, it felt like early in that second period. It was still 2-0. He made some big time stops.
Yep.
And talk about what you saw from him and his response coming off of last night.
Well, I think it's just it shows that he took the situation that happened last night. He didn't pout about it. He didn't whine about it. He went out on the ice this morning. He got his work in. He did the right things to prepare himself to play today, and he went out there and played an excellent game. He made some big saves when we needed him to make big saves, especially early in the game when we're chasing a little bit. And then as the game went on, in overtime, he has a couple big saves off there. In the third period, he has a couple big saves, and he just was in the right spot. He was on top of his crease. He looked confident. When he was catching pucks, he was catching pucks, and they weren't going anywhere. When pucks were hitting him, he was swallowing them up. So, once you feel that as a team that our goalie's dialed right now, like, it makes you feel a little bit better, where you say, okay, if I make a mistake, he might have my back right now. He's going to have my back right now. And he did.
At the face-off dot tonight, it seemed like, especially late in the 6-on-5, you guys were comfortable kind of scrumming it up,
Yeah.
letting the wingers get in there.
Yeah.
How did you like your team to work at the dot, particularly late?
Yeah, I thought, I talked about with you guys in the pregame is like, especially in the D zone, like, you just can't lose draws clean because it gives them the time to do the things that they want to do. So if defensively we're in the D zone, if we get those 50-50s or those pucks that are kind of stalled out and they're not clean and allows us to get in or allows us to get through to get into the tighter spaces, then it gives us a chance to kill plays and not allow pucks towards our net or let them run any kind of set plays that they want to run off of it. So, I thought our centers did a good job of getting through sticks and making it hard for them to get any kind of draw clean. Our wingers were diving in and making sure that we were scrumming it up, and we got those 50-50s. And worst case scenario, you whack it to the corner, you get numbers around it, and you find your way out. So I thought we did a really good job at that as the game went on.
No power plays against. What do you attribute that to?
We just played the right way for the most part. I thought the refs did a really good job at understanding what the game was. And, we had early in the game, we have a couple fights, and it looks like it's going to be a physical game, and they understand that it's going to be a physical game. And that's part of being a ref too, I think, is just understanding what the game is going to be and understanding when you need to make the calls that you need to make. And if it's a hard play, it's a hard play, so I thought they did a very good job of managing. And that's probably, for me, one of the best officiated games that we've had all year, because there was a standard in the game, and the players knew where they had to draw the line. And I thought they did a very good job at both sides, both teams. There wasn't a whole lot. They let us play, and we played hard, and that's what you want to see, right? At the end of the day, you want to see teams battle it out, and I thought tonight was one of those games that they let us play.